Well, with my one static camera, this is the best I can do to demonstrate the Korg Poly Ensemble S, also known, I believe, as the Korg PE2000S, and that's about as much as I know about this. It's a synthesizer from, I think, the late 70s, early 80s, and I haven't had a lot of time to play with it yet. It's being run through an itty-bitty tiny little PV amplifier over here, and I've got to keep the volume level very low because it's got the camera in between it and the keyboard, and I'd like the microphone to pick up the actual sound of the keyboard instead of being overblown. The machine itself is in incredible condition. I have no idea how it survived like this long, but it's sitting in a case. It's been climate controlled and smoke-free storage for well over 20 years. As far as I can tell, everything on it seems to be working. Everything is making noise and all the different knobs are doing what they're supposed to do. The mechanical switches here, some of them have been a little bit temperamental in the last 24 hours, but they seem to be getting better as they're going, so they may just have a little dust in them, or they may need a little contact cleaner. That I don't know, and that is why I am selling it as is, that and the fact that it is so incredibly old that you just never know what's going to go on with something like this. But let me demonstrate what there is. I'll start at the beginning with pipe organ 1. The controls on here are headphone levels, which are monitors. They don't cut out when you plug into the backside to an amp. Phase shifter, which has plugged and unplugged outlets for it. Seems to be one single loop of phase shifting that just gets intensified as you turn the knob up. Master volume control, bass control, treble control. The Ensemble S controls for the pipe organ 1 and 2, chorus 1 and 2, brass 1 and 2, and string 1 and 2. The attack control, the sustain level, and the two calibrations that you pull out in order to detune or tune each of the keys, well, all of the keys, along with the pitch control, which changes the pitch on everything. I'll check what my volume levels are here first on pipe organ 1. It's a really neat, big, solid sounding pipe organ. I'll just hit each of the keys as they go up. I'll turn it up a little bit. And all the black keys coming down. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Now that was about 2/3 sustain and instantaneous attack. I can slow down the attack. Or very slow. So that's pipe organ 1. Pipe organ 2 is a little fuller and has a little less treble to it. And I am not a keyboard player, and I do not read music, but I can hit chords. The chorus, there's two different choruses. I'll slow down the attack on this because it's kind of nice. And I will show you the detuning. I guess that's not the best example. Maybe the organ is better. Chorus 2. There you get the little temperamental control. The little mellower choir. those are all slow attacks. Brass 1. Brass 2. And while I'm at it, let's try phase shifting. I'll turn it up a little bit and bring in the phase. String 1, slowly turn it down. A very trebly. Kind of synth string, kind of like Van Halen jump. I've got the bass and the treble turned up all the way, of course, here, but with the tiny little amp playing at almost no volume, it doesn't tell you a lot about the true sound. And string 2. It's a little softer, smoother. The pitch control. Back to organ 1 here. Show you how the calibration works. So you can go from tuned to completely detuned, or anything in between. Phase shifter. All of the knobs are silent. They're very nice. They don't make any noise as you turn them. There's a little bit of crackle in the volume, but again, this thing hasn't been on for 20, 30 years. The headphone is very nice. There's 3 outputs on the back for phase shifting, for hi-fi, and for guitar amp out. It is plugged into guitar amp out now. It also comes with, as in the pictures, the top half of the case, and I'll move the camera here so you can see this. There is a foot pedal with a bypass switch that still works, and the cable, about a 10-foot cable to plug it in with. And although the photos do it better justice, I will pan over it here for a minute so you can get an idea in the video, but I'll include some still photos. In case you do have to work on it, look at the top of that. This is all hardwood. It weighs about 45-50 pounds. by just removing this machine screw, and their opposite doubles. This entire part of the keyboard flips up, exposing all of the components, all of the controls on the inside, everything right there to work on. It's kind of like a 1960s car. It's so simple and big and open. Incredible condition though. I mean, the physical condition of this thing belongs in a museum. I guess the only thing I could say about it is it doesn't have a key to lock the top half of the case. Of course, it's got thumb locks on it that keep it closed, but once upon a time it actually had a key lock as well. And that's the Korg Poly Ensemble S.